grab your jacket, get or keys, find that record you please. It's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Go, Johnny G, go. Find that rare one you never know at Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Vinyl Treasure Show. I'm your host, Johnny G, coming to you live on this May, well, it says 17th. It's the 24th, May 24th, 2026 Vinyl Treasure Show. See, I always say 2026, but anyway, someone's got me, worrying about that. But welcome to the Sunday portion of the program here. I apologize for being late. Almost finished all the write-ups, rewriting the write-ups here, but I had to eat my dinner. No porterhouse steak tonight. My mother made some chicken in the oven, and she made some homemade potato salad. She makes it the Italian style way, and there was some green vegetables in a salad and whatnot, but I had to rush to do that. And then I asked Charlene to copy in the last ones that she did. So I am here, did the label scans and whatnot, so I'm a little bit late, but I want to welcome you to the Sunday edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show on this horrible day. I mean, it's been horrible all day. Can't go out, at least here in the Westchester County area of New York State here. It was raining all day. It was horrible. And but again, if you're if you can't do anything, you might as well sit back on your sofa or in your PC chair and watch Johnny G spin some 45s. You get to see the labels, and I like that record. I picked this tune here. Opened up tonight's Sunday edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show with tenor saxophonist from Pittsburgh, Kansas. We know there's a Pittsburgh, California, there's a Pittsburgh, PA, and here is a Pittsburgh, Kansas, played on so many sessions with the likes of Amos Milburn, Smiley Lewis, Little Richard, Fats Domino, and countless others, too. His first release came out in the fall of 1956 on the Aladdin label. I have that 45. Don't know if I featured it on the program before, but it was checked off in 45 Cats, so I know I got it. But he signed with Al Silver's Ember Records in the fall of 1957. And this was his first release. You just heard on the Ember label, his first of 6 releases. And his biggest hit, a song he wrote, released in November of 57, Walkin' with Mr. Lee, was number 54 on Billboard, 45 on Cashbox, number 1 record on WJMR, if you were listening in New Orleans, Louisiana. And there is a clip, I think, or I seen a clip of the, it's actually the couples dancing on American Bandstand to that. That's a great dancing tune to do with your partner. November 57, Lee Allen and his band Walkin' with Mr. Lee on the Ember label. By the way, for you collectors out there, the true first press of this has Angel Music Publishing. When Dick Clark came into the mix, it ended up with Wildcat Publishing was added to that because he wanted a piece of the action. Anyway, you always get a piece of Johnny G's action here on Saturdays and Sundays and Wednesday evenings, but let us open up the vocal portion here tonight with this 45, which is as old as your host, Johnny G. This record released in September 1958. I know there's some of you out there that were listening or are old enough to remember this, or maybe not this side, okay, because my Aunt Mary bought this record when it came out in the fall of 1958. Really, for the ballad side of the tune, a song called Genie. And the group is out of the Bronx, New York. It's their debut single, came out on Bob Thiel and Len Levy's Hanover label. It features Carl Petras on lead. Let's go to September 1958. Here are the Unique Teens. The Unique Teens on the Hanover record label. The song is called, it's the B, I think this is the B-side, yeah. It's called At the Ball. That's where you are now, at Johnny G's Ball. Here you go, the Unique Teens. Okay, folks, there you go. We open up the Sunday edition with the Unique Teens. That's their debut single there. I think that's the B-side. I think they were playing Genie on the in New York radio back in 1958, but that is Carl Petras on lead. September 1958, the Unique Teens on Hanover Records. At the Ball is the name of the tune, and there are different versions. I was here on one of my shows It might have been one of my Thursday afternoon shows, or maybe not, maybe a Saturday night show. And I played the different, on the Hanover label, the promo versus the stock copy, both, I think, on Genie. Now, this song, particularly this song, okay, released on Ivy Records in December of 1958, At the Ball, has an extended ending. Then it's kind of like faded out on the Hanover release there. For you collectors out there, for September 58, At the Ball by the Unique Teens. Well, you are at the ball here at Johnny G's studio, spinning the 45s on this Sunday, rainy Sunday here, and hope everybody's enjoying their Memorial Day weekend. As are you off on Monday, folks? I think most of you might be. I don't think anything's open on Monday. But anyway, let us continue with 1958 and playing the records by year. Those of you that are new to this program, playing them by year. So we ended last night in 1957. Let's pick it up with 1958. We fill a request for listener Joe Shacatano. I know he's having trouble with his PC. I think his PC died. So, Joe, I hope your tablet is working, or maybe you have a phone. You can tune into the program also. I don't know about texting, but into the chat room. But he requested this group from Brooklyn, New York. They hooked up with writer-producers Bob Crew and Frank Slay. They recorded, who recorded the group. And what they did is, I think they leased some of their songs, like maybe 4 songs. I think they leased them out to the Chess Brothers, who released their debut single in December of 1955. And Frank Slay also, at the time, had an office, well, maybe not 55, maybe more like 57, had an office at the Cameo Parkway building, or wherever they were located. And actually, they hired him to work for them. And he also, at the same time, owned a label called XYZ Records with his partner, Bob Crew. And when the group's audition kind of failed at Cameo, they said no. They said, well, you know what? We'll put out your singles on our XYZ label. Not that they had the distribution, but their second single on XYZ became a hit for the group because it ended up getting picked up by Cameo Records. You know, the song was called Silhouettes. Okay, Cameo became very interested once that record started to explode here, probably with the help of Dick Clark, too, I would say. But that was the group's biggest hit. But Joe requested the group's third release for the XYZ record label, and Slay and Crew worked out a deal with United Artists Records, or Unart Records, to distribute the 45. This did chart regionally, number 87 on WIBG in Philadelphia. It features Hal Miller on lead. Let's go to July 1958, going out to Joe Shacatano. Here are the Rays on XYZ. It's called Souvenirs of Summertime. Here you go, Joe, for you.
June, July, and August 10.
Okay, sounds of 1958 here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by request for listener Joe Shacatano, the third release there for the Rays. The Rays on XYZ Records from July 58. Souvenirs of Summertime. I don't know about clamming anymore. Although, you know, my mother told me that she used to go clamming with her father, my grandfather. I don't know where that was, Ma. Was that at Sherwood Island or wherever it was? She would go up to her neck into the water, and with your feet, you kind of feel the bottom, and you feel for the clams, and you I don't know how she did it. I couldn't do it. You bring them up, and her father would put them. My grandfather would put them in the, I don't know, some net he had. But I don't know about about clamming nowadays. Well, I used to go crabbing in the Hudson River with my Uncle Rocco, but it was, they actually had a sign, "Do not eat fish from this river." It's General Motors did their share of polluting anyway. Not to talk about pollution, but let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. But that's Souvenirs of Summertime is the name of the tune there for the going out to Joe Shacatano. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Graylin, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. Now, did you know that actor Burt Lancaster, you know that actor Burt Lancaster? Well, besides his acting career, he was also involved in the music industry. And, well, he was a partner with Hetch Lancaster Buzzell Music Publishing, okay? And founded by film producer Harold Hecht, his brother-in-law Loring Buzzell, and Hecht's business partner, which is actor-producer Burt Lancaster. And they're behind dozens of releases, okay, and put out by many different labels, and this is one of them on this Date label. And Ed Brown, you said, was an early Date. Actually, it was a first incarnation of the Date label. And I still think that CBS was involved in some way with this label. Of course, the label was resurrected in 1965, okay, affiliated with Columbia Records. But this is one of those 45s. Now, the group is called the Temples. I couldn't find any information. I did have some old information, Charlene, on the right up there. I think I had a possible lead singer on this. But this is the intended A-side of the 45. Usually I'm featuring the flip of this called Whispering Campaign. But this is the A-side that they pushed from April 1958, going out to Graylin in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Temples with their tune called "I Don't Want to Do a Thing But Love You." Here you go, Graylin, for you, the Temples on Date.
Not a thing. I don't want to do a thing but love you all my life along. I don't want to do a thing but hold you in my arms where you belong. Not a thing but to love you my life long. I don't want to do a thing but to kiss you all of the day. I don't want to do a thing but to hug you so you'll always stay. Not a thing but to kiss you all of the day. Pretty baby, tell me that you love me just like I love you. Pretty baby, tell me that you love the same things of me that I want of you. I don't wanna do a thing about loving you all my life along. I don't wanna do a thing but hold you in my arms where you belong. Not a thing about to love you my life long. Not a thing about to love you my life long.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to listener Grayland, a.k.a. G-Dog, in our YouTube chat room. The sound of the Temples. The Temples there on the Date record label, April 1958 release. I Don't Want to Do a Thing But Love You is the name of the tune. You want to get the promo copies. I don't know, I've never seen a stock of this, though. The stocks are a black label Date with the silver print, and they're styrene, though. You want the vinyl press. They sound better. Believe me, folks, they do. Let us continue now. We are in the 1958 block. Let's fill a request now for listener Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. Now, Jack, I didn't know that girl groups were really top billing, but I think some girl groups Jack really enjoys, and this was one of them. This is really not an easy single to find. It's the debut single for this girl group from the Bronx, New York. This is on Cliff Driver. He's a band leader. Cliff Driver's D-Tone Records, which was out of Brooklyn, New York. Now, this group included Brenda Caro, Yvonne DeMunn, Estelle McQueen, and the lead singer of this group, her name Paula Hutchinson. Collectively, they were known as the Devours, V-A-U-R-S-D-E-V-A-U-R-S. This tune is written by group member Estelle McQueen. The instrumentation, of course, provided by the label owner. He was band leader Cliff Driver and his band from 1958. Going out to Jack Saperstein. Here are the Devours on D-Tone Records, and the song is called Baby Doll. Here you go, Jack, for you.
Baby, baby, baby doll.
Girl group sounds here on the Vinyltreasure show. There you go. They're called the Devours. 1958 release on the D-Tone. I say D-Town, it's D-Tone. D-Town is soul up in Detroit. This one is from Brooklyn, New York. Baby Doll is the name of the tune. That one they're going out to listener Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. We're counting down the music here by year. We are in the 1958 block. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show as we go. Listen, we want to hit 5,000 subscribers. Let's get up to 4,500. I think I picked up 17 or 18 subscribers last night. That's pretty good. I used to pick up onesies and twosies, but now we're getting more. So share this video to your friends. If they're not doing anything on a Sunday evening, you know, what are you doing? You can listen to me and all my Johnny G-isms here and see the records here as we continue here. Oh, man. Let's continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Timothy. Are you in our YouTube chat room, Timothy? Are you in there? Well, this is your request here, okay? As we stay in Brooklyn, we'll stay in Brooklyn for this one. And this came out on Clarence Johnson's CJ record label, CEE-JAY Records. Now, the group is called Mike and the Utopians. And Mike is Mike Lasman. Mike Lasman. He's the lead singer, and he co-wrote this tune from September 58, another record as old as Johnny G. Mike and the Utopians on CJ Records, and singing about a girl. Her name is Earlene. This is going out to Timothy. Here you go, Timothy, for you. Mike and the Utopians. September 1958 release there from Mike and the Utopians. That one there going out to listener Timothy. That's on CJ Records. Earlene is the name of the tune. The flip side is alternate titles. This is the common one that I have. I'll show you the flip side. I forget which one is harder than the other, but this is the easy one. I made a mistake. I should have bought the record. Well, I had a chance to buy one not so long ago, but I was focusing on things I did not have. But anyway, that lead, Mike, his name is Mike Lasman, and Mike would later become the lead singer of a group called the Dreamers that recorded for the Guaranteed record label, and also the lead singer of a group called the Accents that recorded for Sultan Records, and the Concords that recorded for the Herald label. There you go. Let us continue in 1958, and I have a bonus pick here. Actually, opened up last Sunday's show with this group from Philadelphia called the Superiors, and the song called Don't Say Goodbye on the Mainline record label. Also, if you recall, Bill Obe had a very rare 78 of this that people were drooling over on the Facebook post that I put up there, and they'd never seen a 78 of this record here. And Bill did an excellent job on his guest spot here last Thursday. He'll be back sometime in June to be back with another special here. But anyway, I couldn't file this one back unless I played the flip side. Maybe we'll hear next time Bill does a 78 show, he'll play the flip side also. The records on 78 sounded phenomenal. They do. I mean, you know, when you combine with my set and those clean records, you can't really get a better sound. I'll argue. I'm open to debate with you CD guys and you MP3 guys. I'm open to debate. But anyway, let's give a listen to the ballad side of this. This tune co-written by the lead singer. His name is Eddie Custis. This is from February 58. The Superiors, a song I used to hear on oldies radio back in the early 1970s. The Superiors with Lost Love is the name of the tune, a bonus track.
The sun won't shine like it used to before until you say, darling, that you're mine once more. All of my memories, darling, all of my cares, they are too hard for me to bear. The moon won't glow like it glowed that night when I held you, darling, oh so tight. We two together, you said it would be, then you laughed, you turned, walked out on me. You took advantage of my faithfulness. You knew all I wanted was your happiness. Knowing you tear our dream world apart, you found a new love and broke my heart. The moon won't glow like it glowed that night when I held you, darling, oh so tight. We two together, you said it would be, then you laughed, you turned, and walked out on lost love.
If memory serves me right, is the ending on the Atco release different? I should have checked it, really, because this record first issued by Atco Records, and then this was a local Philadelphia release here on the Mainline label. And I don't know, I just trying to remember if there was something different with that record between the Mainline and maybe that's why this one is in demand. I have to go back and check. JohnnyG's memory is not as good as it was. February 1958, that is a bonus track, The Superiors there. Bill, we should listen to that 78 at the end. I'm just curious. It probably is the same, I would bet. Superiors there, that's Eddie Custis on lead. This is on the Mainline label. Lost Love is the name of the tune. You know, I think when I went to... So Joe Picarero, the late Joe Picarero, he was the host of Bobby O and Jive and Joe. He was a Yonkers policeman, I think. Yeah, he was, but he was into records. So he had a record shop in Yonkers. I went one afternoon down there, and he had a lot of He had a lot of reissues. He had some originals. He took them out from under the... I'm like, where'd you get these records? On Old Town Red vinyls and all this. So he was selling reissues. He had a whole bunch of the Lost Nights. And also, I think at the time, this was sometime in the 90s, you were able to buy full Dutone and Specialty. They repressed all their records and made them available like reissues. And he used to write on the sleeve. I still have some of them somewhere. He said something about that they thought this group was the Harptones at one time because they didn't know. There were a lot of things back then nobody knew. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have all the research that has been done and the interviews and whatnot. So, but he was an interesting character, he was. Anyway, let us continue here on a Sunday. Johnny G is your disc jockey here, spinning original vinyl 45s. I'll be back on Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. I don't know what I'll play, but I might spin some records out of a box just for fun to see, but we'll see. But I definitely will be back on Wednesday at 9 p.m. for the Soul Show. So if you have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, please email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. Now, I don't know, there was a record. I remembered it last minute, but I can't find the email. I may have deleted it by... Somebody asked me if I had records on the Scotty label, the Scotty Records, I think out of Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh, somewhere there. It has a little doggy on it. It has, but I did pull one out for Harold and the Casuals, I think is the one I did. And I forget who requested it, but somebody did request some records, and they were kind of garagey because there's some garage tunes on that Scotty label also, and it's not associated with the other Scotty label, the red plaid looking label. I think it looks something like that because I had Raul Donner on that label and some other things. But I was trying to remember who emailed me. So I apologize for that, but I do have a Scotty record at the end of the program. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for David Milfred in our YouTube chat room. Conflicting information on this group, though. So Ferdy Gonzalez says this group is from Jacksonville, Florida, and then one of the other sites said that the group was from Atlanta, Georgia. So I guess close enough for government work. The distance between those 2 points is like 346 miles. So anyway, but I lean toward the group being from Atlanta, Georgia because of the publishing on this. It's Lowry Music. Of course, Lowry Music was owned by Bill Lowry, and he was coined, I didn't know this, the father of Atlanta music. And he did a lot in Georgia for the music, owned record labels, produced. He had the NRC label and some other labels too. Somebody emailed me today. Who was it? Was it... Yeah, Tim, you did. Judd Records, he pressed. You can tell the print. It looks pretty cool. I don't know what you call that print style, but anyway, this group included James Sims, Henry Alex, Robert Sim Jr., Walter Quillian, and Arthur Sims. Collectively, they were known as the Five Fleets, and this is their first of two on the Felsted label from February 58th. It's going out to a David Milfred in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Five Fleets with, it says shouldn't it be I've been crying. This is on Felsted. Here you go, David, for you.
I've been crying. I've been crying. I've been crying all night long. Wow. I've been crying all night long. anymore.
Oh wow, Johnny G really getting caught here, folks. I don't know what was I doing here, interacting with the chatters here. I can't do that. I got to show you the records. But we're not going to show this one. We'll show it on the rebound. Anyway, there you go. I don't know if I played that record here, did I play this on the show before? I don't know. Listen, there's lots of records I have in the collection that I have not yet featured here on the program. I think it's good that I play records that I have not featured. I try to space them out at least a year apart, but sometimes we get new listeners into the program, so they don't know when, and they can't go back and listen to a 4-hour show to know that I put it on there. I'm the only one that'll know that I played it recently, but there you go. That one there going out to a listener, David Milford, in our YouTube chat room, February 1958, The Five Fleets. On Felsted Records, a song called I Been Crying is the name of the tune. That's their first of two, and not sure if this is, though, the same group. I don't know if this is the same group that recorded for Seville in 61. Ferdy has them separate. 45 Cat has them separate, but the other site I looked at had it together. So I couldn't make any connections with publishing or writers or whatever. But anyway, as we continue here in 1958, and on last week's show, I featured a bonus track by Willis Sanders and the Fabulous Embers on the Millionaire record label, with the intended B-side that I featured, the ballad. It was called Lovable You. But let's give a listen to the intended A-side here, which was played on the radio here in New York City. And this tune written by David Brathwaite. Okay, now he was involved really in much of the music industry. He was involved in the music industry as a recording engineer, producer, songwriter, label executive, national sales and promotion executive for Rojak Records. Lots of great soul records on Rojak. A&R director and chief engineer for Ray Charles's Tangerine label later on. I mean, he held a lot of big spots here. And also similar positions with Atlantic Records and also the Motown record label. And he wrote this song for Willis Sanders and the Fabulous Embers. You may have it as Willis Sanders and the Embers on the Unart label. That is the for national distribution, but this is the harder press on the Millionaire label. Let's go to September 58, another record as old as Johnny G. Willis Sanders and the Fabulous Embers, a bonus track. It's called Honey Bun. Here you go.
Honey bun, honey bun. Boo, boo, shaboo, yay, yay. Shaboo, 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 whoa, 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 uh-huh. Shaboo, 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 yay, yay. Shaboo, 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 honey bun. For I say, baby, shaboo, I mean, shaboo, young lady, shaboo, don't you tell me, maybe, won't you be my honey bun, for in my heart, dear, there's a love for you there, wanna hold you so near, oh, won't you be my honey bun, I wanna be the one you love, 'cause you're the one I'm dreaming of. If there's a chance, don't tease me so, I don't wanna let you go. So please, baby, you know you amaze me. Stop my going crazy. Oh, won't you be my honey bun, boo, boo, shaboo, yay, yay, shaboo, 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 uh-huh, shaboo, 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 yay, yay, shaboo, 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 honey bun, I wanna be the one you love, 'cause you're the one I'm dreaming of. my going crazy. Oh, won't you be my honey bun, honey bun?
Okay, there you go with a bonus track. So, James Stone. So now I understand. So when I found this, not this particular record, when I found the Unart press out in the wild, I found the record in the wild, and when I played it, because my Aunt Mary would come up to the house, you know, visit me and my parents and my siblings and whatnot, and she said, "Oh, you have that record?" So I was like, she knew the song. And James, you said that it was played on the radio, so that's where she heard it. So she heard it from whoever those jocks that were playing it. And so that explains why she knew that song, because all the oldie shows were playing the flip side, the ballad side, called Lovable You. They were playing that ballad side, but that was the side. And usually the radio stations are going to play the upbeat side, because normally people are listening to or young people are listening to the music to dance to it. That was the main thing. It was for enjoyment. It was for dancing or romancing, I guess. You know, you can get your Oldies But Goodies album. They had the dreamy side. Those were all the ballads, and the flip side is the, you know, then they had the rockin' side on the other side. But there you go, a bonus track. September 58, Willis Sanders and the Fabulous Embers. Honey Bun is the name of the tune on the Millionaire record label. I got this cough here with this, you know, it was crappy weather today with the dampness and whatnot. But let's fill a request now for listener David Vilma. And this is a song I first heard on a compilation LP my Aunt Mary purchased. Anybody have the compilation LP called Murray the K's Golden Gassers? I think it came out in 1961 on the Chess label. But that's when I heard this song by Harvey and the Moonglows. And in December of 1957, the first version of this was recorded, okay, which was the 4-minute version, a long version of this. And, of course, it featured Harvey Fuqua on lead, and the spoken parts that you hear, like "Thou shall never love another." When you hear that in the spoken part, that was done by guitarist Billy Johnson. He does that speaking part. Then in August of 1958, they would record the 2-minute and 43-second version, okay? And at that time, the lineup was Prentice Barnes, Bobby Lester, Alexander Graves, and lead singer on this, Harvey Fuqua. So by request for David Vilma, this is the shorter version, although 2 minutes and 43 seconds was considered kind of long for records from 1958, because this came out in August of 58. Harvey and the Moonglows on the Chess label. It's called 10. I don't think it says the. It says 10 Commandments of Love. Here you go, David Vilma, for you.
Thou shall never love another,
I shall never love another,
and stand by me all the while.
and stand by me all the while.
Take happiness with the heartaches,
Take happiness with the heartaches,
and go through life wearing a smile.
go through life wearing a smile.
Oh, how happy we will be if we keep the 10 commandments of love, of love. Thou should always have faith in me.
thou should always have faith in me.
In everything I say and do.
In everything I say and do.
Love me with all your heart and soul.
Love me with all your heart and soul.
Until our life on earth is through. Oh, how happy we will be if we keep the 10 commandments of love. Love, oh, sweet love. It's oh, so grand. You will find since the beginning of time, it has ruled in all the land. Come to me when I am lonely.
Come to me when I am lonely.
Kiss me when you hold me tight.
Kiss me when you hold me tight.
Treat me sweet and gentle.
Treat me sweet and gentle.
When we say goodnight, oh, how happy we will be if we keep the 10 commandments of.
Oh, you hear that? So it continues on. There's a couple of mistakes there. You heard that there was a clip in there, very similar to like that Larry Chance and the Earls when I played I Believe. You kind of heard when they spliced it, and they did a little splice there, and then they just ended it because it continues to go. I thought on the Murray the K album, they continued on with that. I thought. I don't know. I know I heard the long version somewhere. But anyway, that is the short version, the edited version. You know, they had to edit it for radio because they couldn't have, and that's why when you start listening to records in the 1970s, I'm like, well, how long is this record? 4 minutes. I'm like, 4 minutes? It was bad enough listening to Hey Jude. How long did Hey Jude go on? I'm like, oh my gosh, this record is too long. Records were too long, and that's a hard. How do you dance to Hey Jude? You can't. Well, this is a slow dance. Maybe you might like to dance really slow for 4 minutes. That could be a good thing. But anyway, there you go. That one there going out to David Vielma, August 58. Harvey Fuqua on lead. Harvey and the Moonglows there on Chess Records. 10 Commandments of Love. Johnny G has the 10 Commandments of the Vinyltreasure show. Did you know that? But anyway, got to wish a happy birthday to Steve Dennison in our chat room. I just saw that. And I guess we'll send out this next record to you. It's probably okay to send out. And on the last 50 show, I played a request for listener Grayland. He requested the 5 Trojans. They were out of San Francisco, California. And we featured Alone in This World. Came out on the Tender record label. Let's give a listen to the flip side, as many like this side also. And the song appears, it is not exactly, but it appears to be adapted from the Dubs song that I played last night. I played the Dubs with Don't Ask Me to Be Lonely. The lyrics are similar, but they're not the same, but they're close. I think they're close. This features James Thompson on lead, and we'll call this a bonus track. We're going to send this one out to Steve Dennison in our YouTube chat room on your birthday. Happy birthday, Steve. September 58, another record as old as your host, Johnny G. The 5 Trojans on Tender with Don't Ask Me to Be Lonely. You're never lonely here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Here we go, the 5 Trojans.
Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, we'll send that one out to Steve Dennison on his birthday today. The sound of the Five Trojans. Trojans, September 1958, released there on the Tender record label. Don't Ask Me to Be Lonely is the name of the tune. And this group would have 2 more releases on the Edison International label and also on the Triangle label. I have those in the collection. Yes, Evan Blatt mentioned that this also comes out as the Trojans. I say this is the true first press because of the print setup on this Tender print. If you have the other release, Evan, it needs to be on the lighter pink copy. If it is a really deep pink, that is, I don't know what they call that, either a boot or a second press of some sort, but it is not the original. It has to be a lighter pink on the Tender, not the bright pink. Anyway, that's how it goes. Let us continue here. We move into 1959. Let's fill a request for Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Now, you all know this group from Brooklyn, New York. They would sign with George Goldner's End Records in 1958. They went on to have 14 releases on the End record label, and Frank and Jerry requested their 5th release. Now, this was their follow-up to this tune called Wishful Thinking, okay, which I like that record too, by the way, which was, is Wishful Thinking the flip side of So Much too? I don't know. Maybe I'm getting mixed. No, I don't think so. But I like Wishful Thinking too. This song written by Gary Shelton. You know who Gary Shelton is? I think it's the same guy. He recorded also as Gary Shelton, and also recorded as Troy Shondell. You know, Troy Shondell had a big hit in 61 with a song called This Time. But that's not the original either. I forget who did the original. It was on Mercury, though. But this features Anthony Guardine on lead, a.k.a. Little Anthony. This charted number 81 on Billboard, number 71 on Cashbox. This was a number 4 record on WINE, if you were listening in Buffalo, New York. And this was played here in the New York area, too. I just wish I had a nice, clean copy of this. This is crappy styrene. I don't like styrene records. I don't. May 1959, going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Here is Little Anthony and the Imperials, and the song is called A Prayer and a Jukebox. Here you go, Frank and Jerry, for you.
I said a prayer and played the jukebox. I played what used to be our song, 'cause it's the only thing I had since our love affair went wrong. I saw you dancing with another. My heart was breaking with each beat, 'cause no one knew that I still loved you, and that I willed you here with me. Then the music started playing, and I saw you glance at me. With a sigh, you shed a tear as they played our melody. And by the time the song had ended, I knew that things would be alright. Though you are his tonight, dear, you'd be mine tomorrow night. Oh, tomorrow
Okay, there you go. Little Anthony and the Imperials there. That's their fifth of 14 releases for George Goldner's and record label, May 1959. A Prayer and a Jukebox is the name of the tune. Frank says he's got a stereo single of that. It's pretty cool. I have some stereo singles in the I have two Charms stereo singles on deluxe. They're blue, I think. And I have Spence sold me a whole bunch of I have Jerry Butler on VJ. Okay, they have the small, like the LP center hole there, the small hole. I also have somebody else. I think the Platters. I think I have a bunch of Platters stereo singles there, but they're like EPs. I think they're blue. I think, and I think some on Chancellor, and I have some on ABC Paramount. They kind of experimented with that, but that's going out to a Frank and Jerry Gingaro, the sound of Little Anthony and the Imperials. Of course, Frank and Gordon Skagberg, they are the hosts of the Rhythm and Blues Serenade, and they were not live today. I think it was Frank Cassie. They re-aired that Frank Cassie guest spot today, but you can listen to them live probably next week. They'll be live, I think. From 3 to 5 p.m. on WRHU 88.7 on your dial or WRHU.org, the Rhythm and Blues Serenade with Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg, Sunday afternoons from 3 to 5 p.m. So tune into that, spinning very similar records that Johnny G has here. And we continue here, and let us fill a request now for Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room. And he wants to send this one out to all the Vinyl Treasure Show chatters there, the YouTube chat room here. And this group included Sammy Giuliano, Tony Bertoni, Eddie Lucente, Joey Fabry, and lead singer, his name is Mickey Sands. Now, collectively, they were known as the Five Playboys. There you go, the Five Playboys. First recording for Joe Averbach's Phoebe Records, of course, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This group is out of Pittsburgh, PA, too, of course. And this was the group's last single, and it was on the Phoebe subsidiary Petite Records. Okay, tune written by group member Joey Fabry, and of course, and the lead singer who also co-wrote this, Mickey Sands, from 1959, by request from Mike Sape, going out to all the YouTube chatters. Here are the Five Playboys with Mr. Echo. Mr. Echo, here you go, folks.
Up above, it told a story of love, but a boy and a girl.
Tell me more.
Mr. Echo. This was the story of love so long ago. I still remember, 'cause I loved her so, but a boy and a girl.
Tell me more.
Mr. Echo, echo from above. My love for her was as true as could be, but yet I'm all alone. She changed her mind, and she'll come back to me. My happiness, she'll bring way to see. Whoa, I heard an echo, it came from up above. It told a story of love, but a boy and a girl.
Tell me more.
Mr. Echo, echo from above. a boy and a girl.
Tell me more.
Mr. Echo, echo from above.
Mr. Echo.
Echo, echo, echo from above.
1959 release there for the Five Playboys. The Five Playboys, that's their final single there on Petite Records. That's Mickey Sands on lead by request. For listener Mike Sape in our YouTube chat room, going out to all you chatters in the YouTube chat room. Mr. Echo is the name of the tune. They got some really nice records, too, on the Phoebe label. And I think they also, one of them was picked up on Mercury, I think, too. Anyway, Johnny G is your Sunday night disc jockey. We're only here on YouTube. Tell your friends about this program. If you have not yet subscribed to the Vinyl Treasure Show, you should do that. Nobody does what I do. Not with a visual. Not with a visual and not with this setup. It's different. And it's different than a radio show. It really is. It's a visual. It's entertainment. And I'm on your TV set. Anyway, looking bigger than ever, right, folks? Let's continue here. And I got the Collector Corner record of the night, okay, which is up next. And it's the last one from 1959. This is on a label called Gaiety, okay, Gaiety Records, which is out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, but the group is out of St. Paul, Minnesota. And the group includes Eddie Ballard, Sylvester Eves, Clarence Wright, and the lead singer on this, his name is John Stafford. Now, collectively, they were known as the Valquins, Valquins, the Valquins, and it's their only release. This comes out on yellow vinyl. Had a chance to buy it. I said, no way was I going to do it. I only paid $50 for this copy from dealer Jerry Smith. It was really nice to me. He goes, Johnny, I'm going to sell you this record. I got it for nothing. I'm going to sell it to you for $50. Is it a deal? I said, yes, it's a deal. And he sold it to me. This is from June of 1959, our Collector Corner record of the night, the Valquins on Gaiety. It's called Falling Star. Here you go, the Valquins.
Darling, I still love you so, but there's one thing I want you to know. Falling stars never ever rise to their place in the sky. Oh, once they held all
Okay, folks, there you go from 1959. Okay, those are the Valquins June 59 release. It's on the Gaiety record label. Lots of things on this label are not easy to find. Let's put it that way. The Wisdoms is another one. This one is hard. There's, what are they called? The String something. It's an instrumental, which I have. That's hard to find also. But anyway, there you go. The Valquins there. That's John Stafford on lead from June 59. Falling Star is the name of the tune. The flip side's nice too also, so stay tuned for that. Let's move into 1960 now. Make sure you hit those hearts with this record here. I like this record, but again, we're really testing the waters here as we move into 1960 with a request for Record Ralph in Syracuse. Okay, Ralph, as he requested the Drifters. Now, Benny King, he would become the lead singer in 1959 with the group's 14th release for the Atlantic label. You know what that was? It was called There Goes My Baby. It was a 45 my aunt purchased back in 1959. Now, Ralph requested the group's 19th release. This was the follow-up to Save the Last Dance for Me, and this tune written by that writing team, Doc Pomus and Mort Schumann. This was recorded May 19th of 1960, released in December of 1960, produced by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. This charted, well, this was number 17 on the Billboard chart, okay, number 17. Number 11 on Cashbox, number two on WJET, if you were listening in Erie, Pennsylvania, also on KWOS in Jefferson City, Missouri. I'm going to cough here. So, by request for Record Ralph in our chat room, December 1960, Benny King and the Drifters, and the song is called I Count the Tears. Here you go, Ralph, for you, the Drifters.
It seemed like 1,000 years, and at late at night, late at night, I sit and count the tears. I have counted all your lies, all your alibis. I'm a guy believe just what he hears. And at late at night, late at night, I sit and count the tears. She's gone and found somebody new. He may be happy now, but soon he'll be counting every day that you've been away. It'll seem like 1,000 years. And at late at night, late at night, he'll sit and count his tears. He'll sit and count his tears. He'll sit and count his tears.
Okay, there you go. Sound of Benny King and the Drifters here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Listen, your love taps on those hearts helped. They did. We didn't see anybody come out there. There you go. That one there going out to listener Record Ralph. The Drifters, December 1960 release there. That's on the promo. You normally don't see promos on this record here. Atlantic promo there, I Count the Tears is the name of the tune. That's a Ben E. King on lead for that one. We are in the 1960 block. Let's fill a request for listener Steve B, SMB, in our YouTube chat room. He wants to send this one out to my Barbara, and of course to me too. Okay, requested this group from Flushing, New York. Okay, they would sign with George Gollner's Gold Disc record label. They had 3 releases on the label, and this, I think, is their first release. This group included Larry Curtis, Artie Marin, Artie Sands, and the lead singer of this group, his name is Neil Stevens. And this was the group's debut single and their biggest hit. This charted number 38 on Cashbox, 28 on Billboard, and a number 1 record if you were listening to KUDU in Ventura, California. And that's maybe where I got this press. And Brian Korn, this is Norm's press, a nice vinyl press of this. Not that crappy styrene. And this is by request for Steve B. Wants to send it out to my Barbara from January 1960. Here are the Temptations, not the Detroit Temptations. Different group, a white group, the Temptations on Gold Disc. And the song is called Barbara. Here we go. For my Barbara. Here we go.
Barbara, 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 my love.
If Barbara were an angel, I pray she'd watch over me. If Barbara were a queen, her servant I would be. If Barbara would be mine and wear my high school ring, then I'd climb the highest mountain, do just anything. If Barbara were the winter chill, I'd stand out in the cold. If Barbara were a tree, her branches I would hold. If Barbara would love me and say that she'd be mine, I'd swim the deepest ocean, stop the hands of time. Barbara, please say
That you're in love with me.
don't let me lead.
This life of misery.
Whoa, let me kiss your tender lips and know your secret charms. And let me know what real love is and hold you in my arms. And if this love I pray for, should it all come true, then with all my heart, dear, I'd love no one but you. I'll hold you in my arms for now and evermore, and we will walk together through love's sacred door. Barbara, Barbara, my love. Barbara, 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 my love.
January 1970. That plays so nice on the vinyl press. Listen, I agree with you, Johnny Blades. I agree with you that sometimes if you got a mint styrene, it's going to play nice. It's when you play it multiple times, it's not going to play nice. But there you go. By request for Steve B in our chat room, SNB, sending it out to my Barbara, the Temptations there. Neil Stevens on lead. Their debut single from January 1960. George Gollner, after he lost all his labels, he opened up this label, Gold Disc Records, and that was the group's first of three. Barbara is the name of the tune. She would always ask me to play Barbara Ann for her because her mother used to call her Barbara Ann, but I call her Barb is what I call her. Anyway, let us continue. Here we are, 1960, and on last week's show, I featured a request for listener Adrian Viterbo, and he requested Cam Morris with Don Coates and the Crusaders. The song was called Someday, came out on Lou Bedell's Dore Records out of Hollywood, California. Now, listener Dan Costco, he asked Johnny G to flip the 45 over. I listened closely. I was like, could this still be the same singer? Okay, Cam Morris. In some ways, I think it could, but it also could be the singer Don Coates, because he also did record also. So I don't know if somebody knows. Let me know. But let's flip it over. A tune written by Don Coates and another name, Dick Smith. Now, Cam Morris wrote the flip side with this guy Don Coates. So on this side, it's someone by the name of Dick Smith. So maybe he's the singer. I can't tell. Might be either one. But anyway, from April 1960, by request for Dan Costco, here is Cam Morris with the Don Coates Crusaders. It's on Dore Records out of California. It's called Look Around. Here you go, Dan, for you.
As long as I've known you, and I've known you quite a while, only way that I can get you to smile is take you downtown with a bundle of cash and buy for you a whole carload of trash. And look around, see what you can see. Everything you want come directly from me. Work all day for the money you spend. Just think I'm a bank and got money to lend. Getting tired of working 8 hours a day. Slave for what I got, and all you do is play. Look around, see what you can see. Everything you want come directly from me. Of all the girls I know, I did a making my selection. Take a look at yourself for your vibrant perfection. But nevertheless, I guess I'll be your man. And you'll go on spending just as fast as you can. And look around, see what you can see. Everything you want come directly from me. Everything you want come directly from me.
There you go. That one there going out to listener Dan Costco in our YouTube chat room. Pretty nice rock and roller tune there. Cam Morris with the Don Coates Crusaders, April 1960 release. That's Lou Bedell's Dore record label. I used to get mesmerized by that feather spinning on the turntable there, kind of hypnotized Johnny G. It's called Look Around is the name of the tune. Look around here. Johnny G is your disc jockey for a Sunday evening. We're only on YouTube tonight. I will be back on Wednesday evening for the Soul Show. That begins at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight. So I hope you would return for that show. If not, you can join me next Saturday night. We'll be here spinning the 1950s 45s, beginning with the early 1950s and end around 1957. Then we're back the next day with 1958, and later I think we're closing with 64, and a Spanish doo-wop for all you Spanish listeners out there. You can tell me the translation. you can. So stick around. It's the last record of the night. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. One more from the year 1960, as this is a request for listener Delwood Jeff. This group out of New Haven, Connecticut, and you may know their debut single came out in 1958 on the Alert record label, a song called Jolene. I know Mike Sape knows that 45, but they followed it up with Jeff's Request. This came out on Bobby Robinson's Fury record label. Now, the group included Gus Delcos, Billy Koob, Frank Palamos, and lead singer Roger Koob. Collectively, they were known as the Premiers. This tune written by Vinnie Catalano. Let's go to January of 1960 for the Premiers. And the song is called Pigtails, Eyes Are Blue. This is going out to Delwood Jeff, the Premiers.
Pigtails, eyes of blue, kisses warm, you're my girl. At last I found the girl that I could call my own. No lonely nights for me, I have someone to phone. Pigtails, eyes of blue, kisses warm, you're my girl. You're my girl. At last I found the girl that I could kiss goodnight. I know I'll never cry with you to hold me tight. Pigtails, eyes of blue, kisses warm, you're my girl. You're all mine. I love you so. At night when I cry, I know, oh, oh, oh. At last I found the girl that I could call my own. No lonely nights for me, I have someone to phone. Pigtails, eyes of blue, kisses warm, you're my girl. You're my girl. Pigtails, eyes of blue, kisses warm, you're my girl.
That's Roger Koob and the Premiers there, going out to listener Delwood Jeff. January 1960 release on Bobby Robinson's Fury Records. I should upgrade that. I had chances to upgrade it, but I did not do that. But anyway, the song is called Pigtails, Eyes Are Blue. I was going to say of blue. Are Blue is the name of the tune. Now, this group would also have a release after this, I think in 61 on the Russ label. Falling Star, I think, something like that, which is a good record too. Both sides are good. Then also recorded as on Ember as Roger and the Travelers. That's a song that they can play at weddings, Daddy's Little Girl. They did that tune. They also recorded on Comet as the Buddies, and also the Frontiers. They got some nice records on Phillips, like 63, 64 as the Frontiers. And then Also have one on MGM that's pretty good too. But there you go for Delwood Jeff, the premieres. Let us move into 1961 with another bonus track. This is actually a flip side from last week. On last Sunday, I featured a bonus track with early Sly Stone. You know Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone. Well, I featured a November 1961 release he did on Luke Records as Danny (Sly Stewart), a song called A Long Time Alone, and which you can hear on the G&P label. So that song also came out on G&P, but with a different flip, not this flip. So you're only going to get this side on this Luke release, okay? And so I decided to feature it tonight as a bonus track. This tune, again, written by George Mottola. I call him the West Coast George Golner, and his lovely wife, Ricky Page. This is with a vocal group backing him up, too. Don't know who they are, but it's from November of 1961, a bonus track. Danny Sly Stewart. It's called I'm Just a Fool. Here you go. This is really Sly Stone. Here you go. Okay, there you go. That's a bonus track there. That is Danny Sly Stewart, a.k.a. Sly Stone, early November 61. He was a member, yes, Big Dave. Was the, maybe the Viscanes are backing him up. I don't know. It's possible. I didn't, I should have checked the California book there to see. I could check it. It would take me too long to do that. But that one there called I'm Just a Fool. It's on Luke Records. And that one there it's not that easy to find. I bought this from Ralph Barton. He's no longer with us, unfortunately. I think he was originally from Ohio, and then he relocated to Georgia, and he would come to the Allentown show. That's where I would see him all the time. He was a nice guy. I bought a lot of records from him. I did a big purchase. He gave me like 40% off. That was included on there. So he had like 700 on that. So take 40% off of that. So that was a good deal on that record. Anyway, Johnny G babbling on here on a Sunday. If you are new to the program, please consider subscribing to the Vinyltreasure Show as we continue. And let's fill a request now for Adrian Viterbo. And this is a duo out of Wichita, Kansas, as that Adrian requested. They are Don Level and Bob Love, and they recorded as Don and Bob, and they had 2 releases on the Argo record label. Adrian requested their second release. Now, the 2 interesting things about this song, okay? One thing is that it was issued 2 different ways. The first version has no echo, which I think is the more obscure version. And then there is a version that has an echo on it. This one does not have the echo, I'm pretty sure. And the second interesting thing about this is that the Yardbirds, the British group, the Yardbirds, would record this song on one of their LPs. I don't know which one it was. It was 1964. Jim McCarty, I think that's his name. He was the singer of the song. They like this song. I don't know, because they would listen. Somehow they would listen to music here in the States, and they would kind of say, well, we got to record this, and they did. So it's on one of their LPs. It never came out as a single. But anyway, September 1961, by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room, here is Don and Bob on Argo Records, and the song is called I'm Lost. Here you go, Adrian, for you, Don and Bob.
Another night alone, another tear I've shed, darling, on bended knees, another prayer I've said, I'm lost, lost in my lonely world. Darling, my tears came down like drops of rain, each lone and lonely night echoes your name. I'm lost, lost in my lonely world. Oh, bodies of my heart, oh, I love you so, 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 and my flame of love will forever and never glow, glow, glow. Yes, I will go to bed and dream of you. Then at the break of dawn, I'll start anew. I'm lost, lost in my lonely world. Lost in my lonely world. Lost in my
Oh, they did it. This one is with the echo. It sounded different from the video that I heard from the start, but maybe that's something. Maybe that's off the LP, because this came out on some compilation LP that Chess put out. I think maybe that's how the Brits heard this song back in '64. I don't know. September '61, their second release on Argo Records, going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Don and Bob, and that's Don Level and Bob Love. I'm Lost is the name of the tune. You're never lost when you're tuned in to the Vinyltreasure Show. Although I did watch a series. Does anybody remember the ABC series called Lost? I mean, it was a weird thing about the airplane crash and when they were on the island and all that. You remember that? It's kind of a weird thing. But anyway, I don't watch much TV anymore. You're watching Johnny G on your TV instead. As we continue here, and we are in the 1961 block, let's fill a request for Davy Hecht in Vermont. Now, we go back to Bobby Robinson's, this time Fire label out of New York City. Now, there is some controversy, okay, about the lead singer of this group. Now, Geronimo's going to love this because it's a kiddie lead, okay? But some say that this is Frankie Lyman's little brother. Of course, his name was Timmy Lyman, and it very well could be, because Timmy Lyman was born December 7th of 1948, okay? And this record came out February of 1961, probably recorded prior to that. But of course, he would have been, 12 years old? So maybe that's just a tad too young. I don't know. And the other, I think, was a comment that Reed King put on a 45 Cat, that this sounds a lot like a singer by the name of Napoleon Tice, okay, that recorded for the Norwood label, and that was in 1962, did a song called Sitting Here, okay? So that was another, like, kiddie lead. So I don't know, maybe it's neither of them, for all I know. But this is a request for Davy Hecht in Vermont. Let's give it a spin here. This is the up-tempo side, February 61, The Tellers on the Fire label. It's called I Wanna Run to You. Here you go, Davy, for you, The Tellers.
Runny, runny, do-wah, I'd rather just run.
Run, baby, I wanna run, yes, my darling, I wanna run to you. Oh, baby, I wanna run, yes, darling, I wanna run. Oh, baby, run to you. Oh, my baby, love no one but you. When we're not together, I run, do all. Oh, my baby, I wanna run, yes, my darling, I wanna run to you. Oh, baby, I wanna run, yes, darling, I wanna run. Oh, baby, run to you. Seen a million girls, but no one else will do. When we're not together, I run, do all. Oh, my baby, I wanna run, yes, my darling, I wanna run to you. Oh, baby, I wanna run, yes, darling, I wanna run. Oh, baby, run to you. Seen a million girls, but no one else will do. When we're not together, I run, do all. Oh, my baby, I wanna run, yes, my darling, I wanna run to you. Oh, baby, I wanna run, yes, darling, I wanna run. Oh, baby, run to you.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Davy Hecht in Vermont. That's it sounds more like Napoleon Tice to me. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. February 1961, those are The Tellers. The Tellers on the Fire label. I Wanna Run to You is the name of the tune. Be careful, folks. If you have it on the white Fire label, that is a reproduction. That is a bootleg of the record. Needs to be on this flame or multicolor Fire label. Anyway, let us continue here. You're listening to Johnny G. This is our third show of the week, although we had 4 shows. Bill Olb was here, a guest in my studio here with his second All 78 show, and did a fantastic job. It's up there on the archive if you missed it. Great sounding 78s. They were vinyl. Okay, and they sound the best, especially on my system, top-notch system here, with my shell heads wired with copper wire. But speaking of Bill Olb, here is a request for listener Bill Olb. He requested this girl group out of Los Angeles, California. Now, the group included sisters Sheila and Linda Galloway, Priscilla Kennedy, and Mary Mead. Collectively, they were known as the Pearlettes. Okay, the Pearlettes. And their debut single came out on the Craig label, and which is out of Philadelphia. There was some kind of connection, as there were many, between the West Coast and the East Coast, with a lot of the record executives going back and forth. The two big markets here in New York and also out in L.A. But there was a connection with this group, West Coast and East Coast. Now, the first two, after that song was issued on Segway, which is another New York label. So there you go with that. But their next release came out on Sonny Bono's Go Records, which I do have. I didn't realize that I had that Go release, but I do. I just don't know where it is. It's out of Los Angeles, which would then get picked up by Vivian Carter's VJ Records out of Chicago, and it became their first of two on the VJ label, and a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. Now, the song written by group member Sheila Galloway, who is also doing the lead on this, from December 61. Here are the Pearlettes on VJ Records. It's called Never Be a Boy. I think that's what it's called. Just want to make sure. Never Be, hold on a second, folks. This is like cut off. I want to make sure I say it right. No, it's wrong. It's called Never Be Another Boy Like You. So Charlene, I got the wrong thing is there. So okay, there we go. So here you go, Bill, for you. Pearlettes.
It took time to find the boy of my dreams. It took time to mold love so free. It took time, yeah, well, so long it seemed, and there will never be another one like you. Oh, my dear, I've got the lock, you got the key. Oh, my love, why can't you see? Oh, my darling, I know that will never be. I said there will never be another one like you. I don't know who sent me you, but there is one thing I know. I know that I'll never let you go. I've got everything I want. I've got love, a lover too, and I'm
That one there by request for Bill Olbin, New Jersey, The Sound of the Pearlettes. That's their first of two on the VJ record label. Never Be Another Boy Like You is the name of the tune. That also first released on the Go label, which I do have somewhere in the No Humidity basement. Let us continue now. And on last Sunday's show, I featured a request for listener Paul Michel, okay, as he requested Eddie Delmar on the Madison record label. He was a singer out of Brooklyn, New York, doing a cover of the Three Friends tune called Blanche. They were backed up by the uncredited Bob Knight 4, who are also backing him up on the flip side. And I decided to flip this over as a bonus track here because this was the song that I used to hear here on Oldies Radio and here in New York on Oldies Radio. This was the side they played from September 1961. Eddie Delmar on Madison Records. The song is called Love Bells, a bonus track. Here you go, folks.
Your eyes, they tell me the lies your lips have told. Your kisses show me our love is growing cold. You belong to me, oh, darling, can't you see? You said you'd love me through all eternity. Oh, darling, can't you see? Our love was meant to be. You belong to me. Oh, darling, can't you The bells, they ring out a song for us to sing. The words, I love you, are ding dong, ding dong, ding. Our romance is over. It's a thing of the past. Our love wasn't meant to be. It just couldn't last.
Okay, so these are doo-wops. you know what doo-wops. You know when Gus Gossard says you gotta dig, I dig doo-wops. Well, these are doo-wops here, is what they are. This is a bonus track. Eddie Delmar and the uncredited Bob Knight 4 there, September 1961 on Madison Records. Love Bells is the name of the tune, right? I said that right? Yeah, I did. I didn't write it down right, though. Anyway, we are in the 1961 block. Let's go back out to Los Angeles, California now. And this is a suggestion by Larry Neal in our YouTube chat room. Larry, where are you hearing a record like this? I'm just curious. You gave me a whole bunch of kind of rare records, and you had this on the list, and I was wondering where you possibly heard this. Has to be on some LP or something, okay, because they could not have played this record in Oklahoma City where you were. Anyway, but this group had two releases on the Magnificent record label, okay, and there's some rare pieces on this label too, believe me, folks. This group. So where is those of you that are West Coast oriented? Okay, this label was located at 2534 West Pico Boulevard. So would I be able to drag race on Pico Boulevard to get down to that place to see if they got any more records there in the store? I don't know. This group included Arnold Franklin, Benny Grant, Douglas Brown, and Timothy Leiber, and collectively they were known as the Arabians. So again, Larry, you got to tell me how you know this record. I'm just curious. You can do it on email. I think maybe I know, but it's from 1961. We'll send it out to Larry Neal in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Arabians. It's called Teardrops in the Night. Here you go, Larry, for you.
In the still of the night, when the whole world is quiet, that's when you have eyes, darling, those teardrops in the
Have you ever woke up in the morning with energy and courage to spare? Go out and face a mean, cruel world. It's gone. It's not there. Then you'll come home at night, and that's when you'll have teardrops in the night.
There you go. That one there going out to Larry Neal in our YouTube chat room. They're the Arabians. I don't know if they're not Edward Hamilton and the Arabians. This is different. This group is out of Los Angeles, I'm pretty sure. 1961. It's on the magnificent record label Teardrops in the Night is the name of the tune. As we continue here, we got one more from the year 1961, and this is a bonus flip side from last week, actually. Last Sunday, I featured Hal Davis and a group on VJ Records, a request for listener Bill Old. We featured the side called Merchant of Love. It first came out on the Wizard label, which I do not have. But let's give a spin to the flip side before it goes back down in the No Humidity basement. And this tune written by Gary Pipkin, and he is the brother to singer-songwriter Chester Pipkin, a member of lots of groups like the Valiants and the Alley Cats and whatnot. But and the other writer here, his name is Marcus Melvin Gordon. And Marcus Melvin Gordon was a songwriter, producer, and would later on manage the Fifth Dimension Okay, and he worked a lot with Hal Davis, who is this singer, in production and songwriting, and was also later on married to Florence LaRue. She was also a member of the Fifth Dimension, and I think they would divorce eventually later on. But this is the flip side of Merchant of Love. This is a bonus track. Came out in May of '61. Here is Hal Davis and group. It's called What Do You Mean to Me? Is the name of the tune. Hal Davis, a bonus track. Here you go.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, what do you mean to me, my love? What do you mean to me? What do the stars mean to the night? Our moonlight on the sea. What does it take to prove my love? What do I have to do? Well, if it's under the stars up above, I'll do it just for you. I'll climb the highest mountain. I'll swim the deepest sea. I'll walk, yes, I'll walk that burning desert. If you were waiting for me, oh, what do you mean to me, my love? That's the question you should know. My love for you, my darling, is deep as love is old. What do you mean? Is deep as love is old. What do you mean? Darling, you mean everything. What do you mean? Darling, you mean everything. What do you mean?
There's a full group on there. That is a bonus track there. Mr. Hal Davis. So many great records he did out of California there. Hal Davis from May '61. Last week we played the flip side, Merchant of Love. This side called What Do You Mean to Me? I featured it on VJ Records out of Chicago. And that's on the the Wizard label out of Los Angeles, California also. Let us continue now. We are in 1962 now, and I picked out another bonus track. This is also a little bit of a pricey record. I don't know what it sells for now, as this group of servicemen from Phoenix, Arizona, and they included Wilfred Johnson, Homer Gray, Warren Tolliver, and Billy Walker. Collectively, they were known as the Versatiles, and they had this release on Floyd Ramsey's Ramco label. Ramco Records was out of Phoenix, Arizona, and this is with the Mike Metco combo, and it features Wilfred Johnson. He's the lead singer on this. Let's go to December of 1962 now. The Versatiles on Ramco, and the song is called Blue Feelin'. Blue Feelin' is the name of the tune. The Versatiles, a bonus track. Here you go.
I get a blue feeling each night about this time. When the moonlight starts creeping through my window blind, I get a blue feeling and then I start to cry. I want to forget you, but it's useless to try. I've lost to but a shoe left to try.
There you go. Sounds from Phoenix, Arizona there on the Ramco record label. Those are the Versatiles. The Versatiles there from December 1962. That is Wilfred Johnson on lead there. Blue Feelin' is the name of the tune. In 1966, they would have another release on this Ramco record label. They would change their name to the Four Dimensions. Probably a big soul record, I would take it. Let us continue here. You're listening to Johnny G. I am the host of the Vinyl Treasure Show. I play original vinyl 45s, engaging with my audience. If you have a request for a future Vinyl Treasure Show, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. And this is we do 2 shows during the week, on the weekend. The Saturday night show is earlier releases, so if you like the early sides of rhythm and blues vocal groups, you want to tune into that program. We started, from 1951 last night. We ended in 1957. We picked it up here with the latter half of the 50s with 1958, and we're going to go to 64 tonight with our closer. But we are in the 1962 block now as we go to Philadelphia, back to Philadelphia with a flipside request for Bob Cruz in Maryland. And last week, he requested the Nomads on the Northern label. This is a label out of Philly. The song was called Heart Attack, which I thought I was going to have the other day. But that was the up-tempo. And this week, Bob requested the ballad side, written by Herman Wines and Frank J. Rinaldi. They wrote both sides of this 45. And this is with a group called the Capitals, providing the instrumentation from January 62 for Bob Cruz, the Nomads, with You're the Only One. Here you go, Bob, for you.
You're the only one.
There you go, the sound of the Nomads. The Nomads here, that one they're going out to listener Bob Cruz. I bought the 45 for that side. That's on the Northern record label out of Philadelphia, January 62 release. You're the only one. Johnny G is the only one that does a show like this. Nobody does the show like Johnny G does. As a little bit out of breath from it, kind of like had a little stress test. I had to make a pit stop downstairs. I was looking for a record that was a little bit longer. This one was going to do it because the other ones were like a minute 59, and this one was a little bit longer. This was 2 minutes and 40 seconds, so that's a little bit long for a record from 1962. So, and listen, I just made it too. See what happens when you get old? Anyway, we are in the 1962 block, and I was deciding on which side to play here. I don't know if I wanted to play the Actually, Andy, Dark Ride Dracula, you should get this record for the flip side. It'll be a little bit pricey for you, but if you're collecting like Halloween records, Andy, if you're still with me, I'll play the flip side for you, but we're going to hear this side first. So if Andy and Amy are in the chat room, I'll flip the 45 over for you. But this is a bonus track here as we go back out to California. And the very first release on Lee Hazelwood and Jack Nietzsche's Eden Records. This is Eden #1, the first record to come out on the label. And the group is called The Sinners. We have any sinners out there? Johnny G could be a sinner too. Everybody's a sinner. But they're called The Sinners, okay? And the song written by Lee Hazelwood and the lead singer of the group. His name was Albert Stone. So let's go to May of 1962. I think this was the B-side, though. But it's a great two-sided 45. The Sinners on Eden Records. And asking a question. It's called, Could This Be Love? Here you go, a bonus track. The Sinners.
I sit here by myself and wonder by myself, what is this feeling deep inside? This crazy heart of mine beats faster all the time. Should I stay here or run and hide? Oh Lord above, oh Lord above, or could this be love? Blind, it's true, 'cause I see only you, and yet I see more every day. My ears can only hear the words you speak so dear, and yet I heard somebody say, oh Lord above, oh Lord above, or could this be love? Songs I sing are the only songs you sing, and yet I never sang before. The only things I want are only things you want, and I will never ask for more. Oh Lord above, oh Lord above, or could this be love?
Okay, out of California there, the sound of the Sinners. We have any sinners? We're all sinners here is what we are. There you go. Could This Be Love is the name of the tune. That is Albert Stone on lead for that one. May 1962, Could This Be Love. Now, with the group's next release on the Eden record label, they would change their name to the Hondas. Okay, another great record they do is a song called 12 Feet High. It's a great record by this California group. So, Gerald, okay. All right, Gerald, we're going to play it. We'll do the flip side. I was going to play it anyway because I like the flip side. Now, it's a great Halloween record, so if you're looking for Halloween tunes to, and it's actually, this is the intended A-side here, and it was written by the lead singer. His name is Albert Stone. This is, again, arranged and conducted by Jack Nietzsche, and this is Lee Hazelwood Music. I think this was the label between those two guys. Anyway, it's out of California, and the song is called Nightmare. Okay, Nightmare is the name of the tune. That's why I figured Dark Ride Dracula, with all those kind of eerie things, would like this song. But here you go. We'll play it for Gerald. Okay, here you go. These are the Sinners. This is the A-side. It's called Nightmare.
Well, I
dreamed I was running and the night was still, and then I looked around, something was on my heels. It had a great big pair of scissors, it was fuzzy like a bear. It was snapping at my head, trying to cut off my hair. Well, I kept on running, it was right behind me. I found myself approaching the deep blue sea. I jumped in the water and I started to swim, and everything around me started going dim. I was scared. I wish I had stayed in my bed. Well, the lights came on again and I was home in bed. I felt myself to find out if I was dead. But much to my surprise, I found I had no scars. But at the foot of my bed, there stood two men from Mars.
Okay, there you go. May 1962. That's an instant request for Gerald in our YouTube chat room there. The Sinners on the Eden label. That is the A-side, a song called Nightmare. I think what they did is Lee Hazelwood felt that name was not a good name to call the group. So they changed it. They changed it to the Honda. So you went from being a sinner to riding in your Honda. I don't know what it was back then. What was going around in 62 from Honda? I don't know. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We are in 1962, and this is another bonus track. Now, last week I featured this group from Brooklyn, New York, a request for listener Delwood Jeff, the Jive 5, their third of 7 on the Belltone record label. We played The Dance. It was called Hully Gully Callin' Time. But this is the side that gets played a lot on the collector shows here. The song co-written by the lead singer. His name is Eugene Pitt. Of course, so he's the lead singer of the Jive 5. This is arranged by Joe Renee. We are in the 1962 block. This came out in March of 62. Here are the Jive 5 on the Belltone label. The song is called No, Not Again. Here you go, the Jive 5. For all you folks here, a bonus track.
Oh, no, not again, not again, not again.
Oh, no, not again. You left me once before, but you promised never again. And there you go once more. Twice you broke my heart. Oh, no, not again. Oh, no, not again. You tell me we are through, but if you leave me now, I'll find somebody new. I don't want to be hurt. Oh, no, not again. Not again, not again. The first time you were sorry, I answered to your call. But it's the same old story. You haven't changed at all. Oh, not again, not again, not again. Not again, not again, not again. Oh, no, not again. For this must be the end. For I was a fool, dear, to be more than a friend. I can't take your teasing. Oh, no, not again. Not again, not again, not again. Not again, not again, not again.
That's Eugene Pitt and the Jive 5, a favorite here on the Vinyltreasure show. That one called No, Not Again from March of 1962. What was their other one here? I think their biggest hit was, no, it wasn't What Time Is It, although that is a favorite here on the program. Their first release, jeez. Cannot remember anything anymore here. This is what happens when you're getting old. You know that, folks? Anyway, the Jive 5 there, Eugene Pitt on lead, No, Not Again, the belt, My True Story. Oh, my God. Yes. I can't believe, maybe I'm starting to lose it, folks. Everybody's starting to lose their mind here. Anyway, it's rubbing off on me. Okay, let's continue here. Let's fill a request now. We move into 1963 now. Fill a request for L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. Now, L.A. Arch made a request on my Soul Show, a song he heard on Elaine Wade's guest spot that she did, last week, I think, sometime last week. A song by a group called The Accents was called Enchanted Garden, and they recorded for the Mercury record label, a group out of Chicago. And it featured the lead singer of James Zeke Brown, and he was also the lead of the 1950s vocal group the Calvays that recorded on the Cobra label. I think the song is called, one is Mambo Fiesta, I think is one of them. That is a rare 45. You'll hear that, I think, on the Saturday night show. But he became the lead singer of this group called The Accents. So one side fits the Soul Show, the flip side fits we'll call it the Doowop or group harmony show, the Sunday show. So this is from July of 1963. This is the B-side of Enchanted Garden by a group called the Accents. This is on the Mercury label. You want the green vinyl promo of this record. If you're stuck with the stock, then you keep the styrene stock. But again, with James Zeke Brown on lead, going out to L.A. Arch in our YouTube chat room. The song is called Tell Me Now. Here you go, Arch, for you. Ow, the Accents. Break my needle. That is a danger for your needle.
Bon, bon, step them ready.
I still remember the day that we met. It was a day that I'll never forget. Because, baby, I held your hand. And I wanted to be your lover, man. But I want to know, I really want to know, yes, were you thinking of me?
Bon, bon, step them ready.
Tell me now and don't tell me later. Because, baby, you're a sweet operator. Come on, girl, and squeeze me tight and tell me everything is gonna be alright. 'Cause I wanna know, I really wanna know, yes, can it happen tonight? You can do what you wanna do, and you can say what you wanna say, yes. But come on, baby, just tell me the truth. Please, baby, won't you tell me the truth? 'Cause I know you can love me with all of your heart, and to vow to never part. You know, darling, I love you so, and if I get you, girl, I will never let you go. But I wanna know, I really wanna know, yes, can it happen tonight? Tell me now, do you love me, baby? Tell me now, do you want me, baby? Tell me now, yes. Oh, pretty baby, oh, baby, you're a sweet operator. Come on, girl, and take my hand, because I wanna be your lover, man. But I wanna know, tell me now, I wanna know, yeah, 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 I know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, July 1963. You know, Arch, that could either be played. We're on the cusp here of a transitional music at this point. So 1963, for some of these acts, the music started changing to become more soul related. So a lot of these records that you hear at this point, well, not all of them, I'm just going to say some of them, they can be played on the Wednesday night show. So there's a thin line between, I don't want to say love and hate, love and love, we'll say, really, if you know that song on the Atco label. But anyway, there you go. That one, they're going out to L.A. Arch, July 1963. The Accents on the Mercury label, Tell Me Now, is the name of the tune. Although I have to say that to James Zeke Brown, of course, he was the lead singer of the Calvays, a true early 1956 vocal group that recorded for the Cobra label. Let us continue here. This is another group that can somewhat be transitional in a way as we go out to Philadelphia, PA, and fill a request for Wayne in Gillette, New Jersey, as members of this group all attended Germantown High School in Philadelphia, and they answered an ad in the newspaper that Jamie Guyton Records were holding auditions for vocal groups, and they went and were awarded a contract. The result was this release that came out on the Guyton record label, and it features Frankie Beverly on lead from February 1963. This is by request for Wayne in Gillette, New Jersey. Here are the Butlers. The Butlers on Guyton Records. It's called Lovable Girl. Here you go, Wayne, for you, the Butlers.
Oh,
Is out of Philadelphia there. Those are the Butlers. The Butlers, February 1963. That one they're going out to Wayne in Gillette, New Jersey. That is the debut single for the Butlers. Frankie Beverly on lead for that. Lovable Girl is the name of the tune on the Guidon record label. Now, I would say that record fits this show more than it would the Soul Show. The other song probably can get away on the Soul Show. This one, I would only want to play on this show. And we'll see. Let me see. That's my grading on this. Sometimes I get on some of the records on the Soul Show, they're too overlapping to this show. So I want to kind of keep it distinct. That was more vocal group harmony on that than soul, I say, but still a great record, nonetheless. And for you collectors out there, they say, well, the first press, although I've never seen a stock copy with the small print like this, but the promos are the small print. I showed you the stock copy there with the big print. I have to check. I didn't check 45 Cat to see if they have small print on the stock copy. Anyway, let us continue here. And I was looking for a record for Pearlettes, and that's Charlene. I played the other side of this for somebody else. I didn't get a chance to rewrite these 8 of the last ones, and I really wanted to write them, so I don't know how I'm going to do this here. But we're going to send this one out to Pearlettes in our YouTube chat room. I played the flip side of this for someone. It wasn't back in August of 2021. It was sooner than that. I know it wasn't sitting in the box for that long. It couldn't have been. Could it have been? Daryl, you requested the flip side of this. Okay, I'm talking about this this duo from Long Beach, New York. Now, you may know their biggest hit. It was a song called What's Your Name? Came out in 1962. They are Roland, I guess his name is, I know Claude Johnson. Is it Roland Trone? I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell if that's right, but maybe it is, of course. But Claude Johnson was a member of the Genies of Who's That Knockin' fame. And this is a Burt Bacharach, Hal David tune. Their 4th release on the Big Top Records, but I played the flip side of this for someone. I don't know who it was. I'd have to go back and check. It couldn't have been 21, Charlene. It had to be before. It's from April 63. Let's give a listen to Don and Juan on the Big Top label for Pearlettes. It's called True Love Never Runs Smooth. There you go, Daryl, for you, Don and Juan.
La, la, la.
That's what they say, but true
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to listener Daryl Letts. That song first done, I didn't see it. It's on the bottom here. It's done by Gene Pitney, did it first in 1962 on the Music Or record label. This is a cover version of the tune. Okay, done by Don and Juan, April 1963, the Burt Bacharach, Hal David Penn tune. True Love Never Runs Smooth on the Big Top record label. Well, sometimes it doesn't run smooth here either. So I apologize for that, folks, as we continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. And let's fill a request now for listener John Engstrom. Interesting, this record here. Okay, this is for John Engstrom. This is on the Vita label. Vita Records. I didn't think they were out of New York City, but maybe they are. Okay, Vita Records. And this artist had 2 releases on the Vita record label. His name is Jackie Evans. I don't know anything about this, and I can't even give you the month of this. There's not a copyright here. I wanted to look more into this song here. The tune is written by Ollie Jones, and hold on a second, folks. Here, Ollie Jones of the Q's, I think, wrote this, but I don't know if he recorded this either, so I didn't get a chance to check this. But I'm going to play back to back this song, because I remember this song as done by the Marcels, because the Marcels recorded this also. It was the flip side of Heartaches. Came out in September of 1961. It was their 4th release for the Colpix label with Cornelius Harp on lead. So first I'm going to play John's request, okay, as done by Jackie Evans, a guy, Jackie Evans on the Vita label, and then we're going to follow it up. That was 63, and then we're going to follow it up from a 61 release as done by the Marcels, okay, and we're not, you don't have to vote on them, okay, because I like the Marcels better. I'm just telling you right off the bat. But anyway, for John Engstrom first, Jackie Evans on the Vita label, and his rendition of the Ollie Jones tune called My Love for You. There's no group, it's just a vocal. Here you go, John, for you. There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Well, listen, as far as preference goes, there's no comparison. It's the Marcels there, September 1961. That's Cornelius Harp on lead. That's a B-side to Heartaches, a big hit for the group on the Cold Picks record label. Prior to that, you heard a request for John Engstrom, Jackie Evans. I don't think there was a vocal group behind there. And that's on the Vital label, My Love for You from 1963. Let us continue here. We've got a few more records to go before we sign off here. And here is a bonus track. And this is a big, those of you listening in Pittsburgh, was this a big Pittsburgh record? Did what's his name? Oh, Porky Chedwick. Who played this record in Pittsburgh? Somebody did, because Ted Arkowski told me this was a big Pittsburgh record. This is on B. Castlin's Hull record label. The group is from the Red Hooks Project. Oh, wait a minute, but in Brooklyn, New York. They're not from Pittsburgh, but it was a Pittsburgh big record for them. And this happens to be their only release. It was written by group member Philip Chapman, and they're called Bruce Clark and the Q's. Bruce Clark and the Q's from November 63. And how many times did anybody ever say to you, I'll give you a penny for your thoughts, right? Well, I don't know. You're going to have to give me a little bit more money for Johnny G's thoughts. But anyway, this is a bonus track. Bruce Clark and the Q's on Hull Records. It's called A Penny for Your Thoughts. Here you go, a bonus track.
Penny for your thoughts.
Okay, there you go. That is a bonus track there from November 1963, and they're called Bruce Clark and the Q's. That one there on B. Castlin's Whole Records, November 63. A penny for your thoughts. Okay, so Pistol Pete says that they don't make pennies anymore. I mean, I have enough of them, so maybe I'll take a wheat penny. Oh, okay, we'll change it. If you have a buffalo nickel, I'll take a buffalo nickel or a Mercury head dime. So one of those two, and then I'll give you Johnny G's thoughts. I will, on a lot of things. Anyway, let us continue here. 3 more 45s to go before we sign off here. Let's fill a request for listener Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat as we go back to Brooklyn, New York. For this group that included Panama Jennings, Jackie Robinson, James Smalls, David Wolf, and Robert Burton. Collectively, they were known as the K-A-C-Ties, Charlene. K-A-C, Cacties. And their debut single was a song called Walkin' in the Rain from 1962. Came out on the Trans Atlas label. I have played that here on the program. Expensive record on Trans Atlas. You'll have better luck by getting it on the Cape label. But Tommy requested one that came out in 1963, originally on the Shelley label, which I have somewhere, and then picked up by Atco Records in 1964. Now, this features Robert Burton on lead. This is with Dave Baby Cortez on the piano, and he was at this session. And this is from May of 1964, going out to Tommy Albergo, the Cacties on Atco. It's called Let Me in Your Life. Here you go, Tommy, for you, the Cacties.
Let me in your life, 'cause I can't live mine alone. I tried so hard, but I just couldn't go on. My darling, I have stood on this lonely corner. Oh, let me in your life, 'cause I can't live mine alone. Now I have gone through so many years, and I have shed so many tears. My darling, I need your lips and your warm embrace. Oh, let me in your life, 'cause I can't live mine alone. My darling, I'm on my knees begging you please. Oh, let me in your life, 'cause I can't live mine alone. Tell it true, yes to you are one more time now. Let me in your life, 'cause I can't live mine alone. Let me in your life, 'cause I can't.
Okay, there you go. That one there going out to Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. Those are the K-A-C-Ties, the Cacties, May 1964. Featured it on the Atco label. This first issued on the Shelley label. Let Me in Your Life is the name of the tune. I'm thankful that Johnny G has come into many of your lives here, weekly here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Thank you all for that. I hope you would consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube page. It keeps away the copyright police. Knock on wood, they have not yet arrived, so that is a good thing. And anyway, we got 2 more 45s to go. And I forget, I lost the email. Somebody asked me to play records on this label. I don't have that many of them. I know I have the exciting... is it the Inciting Invictas, I think, is another one that I have on this label. But and something else, too, an instrumental. But this is a label out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's Bob Schechner's Scotty label. He also owned the Gateway label. I played a Gateway record for Janet Dean. I played Another Night Alone, and I played the flip side there. A couple weeks ago, maybe. But this group is called Harold and the Casuals. They're originally out of Daisytown, Pennsylvania. Where's Daisytown, Pennsylvania? I don't know. The song written and produced by Ed Bynum. This came out in 1964 on Scotty Records for whoever requested these records on this label. Harold and the Casuals, Darling, Do You Love Me? Is the name of the tune. Here you go. A nice transitional sound. That's not a cheap record either, folks. I think it's in the Kreider book. I think there's 2 records on this label in the Kreider book, but this is late. Okay, 1964, Harold and the Casuals, whoever requested this label, Scotty Records, Darling, Do You Love Me is the name of the tune. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. That's going to do the Sunday edition. Thank you all for being here. If you do have a request, you want to get in on a future show, email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the best way to get your requests into me. If you tried another way, it's a possibility I may miss it, but people try different ways to get in touch with Johnny G. So I want to thank everybody tuning into the program here, and it's a labor of love for your host, Johnny G. And again, tomorrow is Memorial Day. As Daniel said, We need to remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Memorial Day is for those that are no longer with us. I may be back tomorrow. We'll see, tomorrow afternoon. So you should subscribe to Johnny G's YouTube page. I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm either going to take a couple of boxes out. I'll mix them up a little bit. We'll play the records all the way through, unless you want me to do a test show where I'll test some records that I have here in my boxes here. So we'll see. I'll see how it goes. I know Paul Greco wants me to do that, wants me to play the records here. So we'll see how my day goes, because I got a lot of things I need to do. I should be filing records back is what I should be doing. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in this evening. And thank you, Charlene, for all your help. And I hope to be back on Wednesday evening right here on YouTube and also on Oldies and More Radio. If you missed any of the show, it'll be up here momentarily. It's up there probably now with no chat yet, and they're pretty good. The YouTube folks are pretty good with posting the chat. As long as I don't have any copyrights, I didn't see anything, so it should be good. And I don't think they're going to come after me with this closer. This is a bonus track, okay? All you Spanish girls and guys, I need the translation to this. I don't know if I could have copied it into AI if it would have given me the translation. Maybe it would. But we're going to close the show with this bonus track. This group from Long Island, New York, they had 2 releases on the Parkway record label out of Philadelphia. And I don't know which one this is. The tune was written by John Lind and Pete Antell. And it features Benny Palmieri. He's the lead singer on this. This did chart it was 121 on the Billboard Bubbling Under charts, but was a big record here. It was top 20 record, number 20 on WABC here in New York City. They played this record from January 1964. We're closing with the Val Rays. The Val Rays on Parkway Records. The song is called Yo Me Pregunto. Do you know what that means? Okay, I think it's called I Ask Myself. Maybe I'm wrong, but translated. Here you go, our closer, a Spanish duo, closing out the Vinyltreasure show for this evening. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, the Val Rays.
Yo me pregunto, 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 pregunto. Yo me pregunto, 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 pregunto. Yo me pregunto, 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 yo me pregunto, ¿qué pensarás? Me pregunto, ¿dónde estás contigo? Me pregunto. Esta noche qué harás, esta noche qué harás. Yo me pregunto, si triste tú estás, me pregunto, si lloras también, me pregunto, esta noche qué harás. Yo me pregunto por qué nos separamos. Ay, si supieras cuánto te adoro. Vuelve mi alma porque oramos. Ay, 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 ay. Yo me pregunto si otro pensarás. Me pregunto si yo quieres también. Me pregunto esta noche qué harás. Yo me pregunto.